I'm on the swim and dive team, and I am currently team captain. Ever since I was young, my parents would take me to see Cirque du Soleil. And from then on, I knew that I wanted to do something in the gymnastics, tumbling, flipping field. What being in season means is that we're having 2-hour practices 6 days a week. So that's Monday through Saturday. We have weights in addition to that 3 mornings a week before class. I would say my experience as a student athlete on the block pan has been pretty good, I'd say. Yeah, I feel like I've managed to get into a groove, and CC Athletics has really helped me build community. So I remember the first day, my freshman year, my parents drive off, my heart just drops, and I was like, man, I'm like all alone for the first time, you know? And that very night, I found some people, and they're like, hey, you're on the swim team, right? We are too. And then we hung out, and it was just a really great way to find community, and I felt like not only have I been able to maintain that community through the swim team ever since then, but I've helped create that, I think, for the last few years. So, I usually handle stress and pressure from academics when I'm in the pool by basically just, we have this leave it at the door mentality. When you walk into practice, that's what you're focused on. And I think that's even easier to do in diving than other sports, because to be flipping in the air is such a mentally challenging thing. It's hard to be thinking about something else. It's the most amazing but stressful feeling, you know? I remember a dive that I did at practice today, and I remember it like it was in slow motion. It feels really good, but really scary and exhilarating. My day-to-day routine, I will often wake up around 6 if I have weights at 6:30, and then I'll skateboard on over here where I'll change and meet my team and get ready for weights. And then after that, I'll go to my room, I'll blend myself a smoothie, and scramble myself some eggs, eat some toast, and make some coffee. So I try not to slack on breakfast. And then I will and go to class. Lately I've been in some harder classes, so after class I'd imagine I'll have time for lunch. I'll try to meet with a friend or something, and then I'll go back to class or lab, or I'll just spend time in the library for a bit, and then I will go home and try to play some guitar, and then I'll go to practice starting at 5. You know, my teammates, we all are stretching, catching up, and then practice starts. After practice, I go to dinner. That's like the first thing, because it's from 5 to 7, so by the end of that I'm very hungry, and then I will work on homework and go to bed. So that's my day. I try to get an early bedtime so I can get up for weights in the next day. I really like being captain because I feel like it's a great way for me to give back to the swim and dive team in the way that I felt like I was included in everything during my first 2 years. I feel like now I can pass that on to the most recent class of swimmers and divers and stuff. I'd like to give a shout out to Dan Miska, the anatomy teacher. I really loved your class, and if you're watching this, you should take one of his classes because it really did change my life course for the better. So thank you, Dan, and I hope we go skiing together this year.